Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, January 22nd, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. A disturbing story out of South County today. Back in November, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to Jaguar Drive in Lothian for a sick child. The 10-month-old was having difficulty breathing, and EMS thought it looked like a typical reaction to an opioid overdose. They administered Narcan, and the infant responded to it. For those that aren't aware, Narcan generally only has an effect on opioids. Taking it when you're not overdosing really does nothing. Anyhow, they reported it to the police, who did an investigation, and sure enough, the infant had ingested an opioid. Police have now arrested the child's parents, a 23-year-old woman and a 38-year-old man, and charged them both with child neglect and reckless endangerment. Both were released on the same day that they were arrested, the father on a $5,000 bail and the mother on her own recognizance. The infant has since recovered. The Board of Education has decided that the school year for 2021 and 2022 will begin on September 8th and end on June 21st, reinstituting a full week-long spring break. Additionally, they announced that for future years, if Labor Day falls on September 5th or later, school will begin the preceding Monday, and if Labor Day falls on the 4th or earlier, the first day of school will be the day after Labor Day. And then they said that if there were any extenuating circumstances, they will probably change it all anyway. Are you all clear on that? Well, let me muddle some school stuff up some more for you. Yesterday, Governor Hogan and State Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Karen Salmon, have called for all schools statewide to begin hybrid learning, in person and virtual, no later than March 1st. The governor said that there is little evidence that children are a driver of the virus spread, that transmission in schools is uncommon when distancing, masks, and cleaning are employed, and he also called for the return of teachers to the classroom regardless of the level of vaccinations of the faculty and staff. And he also authorized the prioritization of vaccination of educators. But on the local front, despite accelerating the vaccine deployment in Anne Arundel County, yesterday County Executive Stewart Pittman has said that the focus will remain on vaccinating first responders and frontline workers and those only over 75 years of age. The issue? The county is only getting 5,000 doses from the federal government each week. Let's do the math here. There are 579,000 residents in the county, and if we were to vaccinate them all with the required 2 doses at 5,000 a week, it will take 231 weeks or 4.5 years to do. Now, I have to imagine there will be more vaccines flowing soon, but this does give you an idea of the enormity of the situation. To make sure you are in the queue to get a vaccine, you should pre-register for notifications at aacounty.org/COVIDvax. Again, aacounty.org/COVIDvax. If you know somebody that is not online and can't do that, you want to give a call to the health department at area code 410-222-3663, and they can get you right on that notification list. If you know me, you know I hate Zoom calls. Invariably, I will make a face when someone says something that I don't agree with, and I will totally get busted. But for Delegate Rick Impallaria, he took it a step further yesterday with shades of William Donald Schaefer. He was on a Zoom call for an Economic Matters Committee meeting. A bill was introduced by Delegate Stephanie Smith about establishing a state bank, and he asked the delegate if the bill was the same as the previous one introduced by a former delegate. She said it was similar, but that it was hers, and he said, "Well, you're much more attractive than the last, especially with the big H." The delegate was wearing a Howard University jacket with an H to celebrate the inauguration of Kamala Harris. In the end, Impallaria apologized, and Speaker Adrian Jones said that she will not tolerate any form of harassment. There's a lesson to be learned there somewhere. And finally, I am still poor despite playing the Powerball, but some Marylander is $731 million richer today. The sole winning ticket was sold at the Coney Market in a tiny town I have never heard of in Allegheny County called Lonaconing. Population in the town is 300 families. The Coney Market will get $100,000 for selling the winning ticket. And just down the road in Hagerstown, a store called AC sold a $2 million winner, and that store will get $5,000. So A great lottery day for a couple Marylanders and a couple Maryland stores. All right, that does wrap up the news for us today. As always, thank you for listening. And if you are someplace where you can leave a rating or a review, please do. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about us. It really does help. A quick thank you to our sponsors today, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. They're right there at 900 Bestgate Road if you're over in the area of the mall. And just like every other day, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. And as it is Friday, I will say have a great weekend, be safe, wash your hands, and we will see you on Monday. Now, hang tight. George and the rest is coming up in just 1 minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, January 22nd. Yesterday was a great late January day with tons of sunshine and highs up into the 50s, and while today will bring around the 50-degree mark again, along with continued breezy winds, the real story is the expected return of winter conditions to the region, starting with a cold and breezy day Saturday, with highs in the 30s and winds gusting to 25-plus miles per hour, followed by more sunshine and highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s on Sunday, with next week possibly bringing two chances of a form of winter precipitation previous generations have referred to as snow. Look for highs on Monday in the mid to upper 30s with rain and snow likely in the PM hours, followed by possible changeover to snow, sleet, and freezing rain in the overnight hours, with a potential change then back to a rain-snow mix Tuesday morning, followed by sunshine in mid to upper 30s Wednesday ahead of a potential second winter weather event sometime Thursday, with highs Thursday possibly only in the low to mid 30s. Stay tuned for updates throughout the weekend and early next week, but enjoy the sunny, albeit cold weekend ahead. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I often get asked, is now a good time to make a move? The answer is absolutely. With interest rates the lowest they've been in nearly 50 years and inventory in high demand, now is the time to let us earn your trust. Whether you're looking to relocate, downsize, or find the home of your dreams, my team and I will guide you through the process and find exactly what you are looking for. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.